The mystery surrounding Mars has captivated researchers, enthusiasts, and independent investigators for decades. The planet's barren landscape, covered in strange rock formations and unexplained anomalies, has led many to believe that it holds secrets far beyond what mainstream science is willing to acknowledge. Among those seeking answers was an anonymous man who actively participated in a Mars anomaly group on Facebook. His contributions were notable, particularly his claims that the Martian surface was littered with human skulls. He shared a series of striking images that, according to him, proved the presence of these remains, along with theories suggesting that Mars may have been the site of human experiments. However, shortly after revealing these unsettling discoveries, the man vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and speculation about what might have happened to him. The man's involvement in the Mars anomaly group had been consistent for years. Unlike many casual members who merely speculated about possible structures and unexplained objects in NASA's rover images, he focused specifically on what he believed to be human skulls scattered across the Martian terrain. He meticulously analyzed the images released by NASA, enhancing and zooming in on certain areas that revealed what appeared to be distinct skull-like shapes. Some of these images showed formations that resembled eye sockets, nasal cavities, and even jawbones, eerily similar to the skeletal remains found on Earth. The uncanny resemblance was impossible to ignore, and his posts quickly gained traction, drawing the attention of both believers and skeptics. What made his claims even more shocking was the theory he proposed to explain them. He suggested that Mars had once been a testing ground for human experiments, possibly conducted by an advanced extraterrestrial race or even a covert space program. He theorized that these skulls were the remnants of individuals who had either been abandoned on Mars or used in unknown scientific procedures. According to his posts, the evidence was overwhelming. Too many skull-like formations had been spotted in different locations for it to be dismissed as mere rocks. He argued that if these images had been found on Earth, they would have immediately been recognized as skeletal remains. His posts began to stir controversy. While many members of the group supported his findings and added their own interpretations, others dismissed his claims as wild speculation. However, what was most concerning was how quickly his posts started to disappear. Comments discussing his findings mysteriously vanished, and some group members reported that they could no longer find his posts, even though they had seen them just days before. Then, without warning, he vanished entirely. His Facebook profile was deleted, his posts were removed, and no one in the community could contact him. It was as if he had never existed. The sudden disappearance of the man sent shockwaves through the Mars anomaly group. Discussions about his findings turned into discussions about what might have happened to him. Some suggested that he had been silenced, either by an unknown entity or a higher authority that wanted to suppress the information he had uncovered. Others speculated that he had gone into hiding, fearing for his safety after realizing the gravity of what he had exposed. A few skeptics insisted that he had simply lost interest and deleted his account, but those who had closely followed his research knew that something far more mysterious was at play. One of the most unsettling aspects of his disappearance was how efficiently all traces of him had been removed. In today's digital world, it is nearly impossible to completely erase someone's online presence, yet there was no sign of him anywhere. Even those who had saved screenshots of his posts found that the images they had downloaded were either corrupted or inexplicably missing from their devices. This led to even more speculation that a deliberate effort had been made to erase all evidence of his findings. Theories about what really happened to him continue to circulate. Some believe he may have stumbled upon classified information that was never meant to be seen by the public. If the skulls he identified were real, it would mean that either humans had once lived on Mars or that something far more sinister had occurred there. Could it be possible that Mars had once been a battleground for advanced civilizations? Or perhaps a secret program had used the planet as an experimental site, disposing of its subjects in the unforgiving Martian landscape? These are the questions that many have been left asking in the wake of his disappearance. One of the most chilling possibilities is that he was silenced by forces who monitor and control what information about Mars is allowed to be publicly discussed. Whistleblowers and researchers who claim to have discovered classified extraterrestrial-related information have, in the past, reported harassment, threats, and even mysterious deaths. If his findings were indeed authentic, it is not out of the realm of possibility that he became a target for suppression. The fact that NASA has remained silent on the matter only adds to the suspicion. While they have routinely dismissed claims of anomalies on Mars as nothing more than optical illusions or misinterpretations of natural formations, they have never directly addressed the possibility that some of these formations could be genuine remnants of past life. The idea that a researcher independently analyzing their images could have exposed something they wished to remain hidden is deeply unsettling. As time passes, more people are beginning to question the official narrative about Mars. The disappearance of the anonymous man serves as a haunting reminder that those who seek the truth sometimes face consequences beyond what they could have ever imagined. His findings, though seemingly erased, continue to be discussed in underground communities, where others have taken it upon themselves to continue his work. Whether or not the images he shared truly depicted human skulls remains a point of contention, but the way in which he vanished raises far more pressing concerns. The question that lingers is, what did he know that made him a target? If Mars is indeed littered with the skeletal remains of past experiments or lost civilizations, then the truth is being kept from the public at all costs. The mystery surrounding his disappearance remains unsolved, but his legacy lives on in the minds of those who refuse to accept the official explanations. For now, the images of the supposed skulls on Mars continue to surface, each one adding another piece to the puzzle that the world may one day be forced to confront. For decades, Mars has been at the center of speculation and mystery. As rovers and satellites continue to explore the Martian surface, strange anomalies have emerged in the photographs captured by NASA and other space agencies. Among the most intriguing discoveries are the mysterious UFOs and unexplained lights seen in Mars images. Many who have analyzed these images believe that these unidentified objects bear a striking resemblance to UFOs frequently reported on Earth. These findings suggest that something extraordinary is happening on the red planet, and perhaps Mars is not as lifeless and barren as scientists have long claimed. The first reports of mysterious lights and UFOs on Mars surfaced when NASA's rovers began transmitting images of the Martian landscape. While most of the images showed the expected rocky terrain, some contained peculiar glowing orbs, unusual streaks of light, and even structured objects hovering in the Martian sky. These anomalies quickly caught the attention of independent researchers, UFO enthusiasts, and experts who specialize in analyzing extraterrestrial phenomena. Many pointed out that these objects strongly resemble the disc-shaped, saucer-like crafts often seen in UFO reports on Earth. One of the most famous cases of unexplained lights on Mars occurred when NASA's Curiosity rover captured an image of a strange, bright light on the horizon. The light appeared to be rising from the ground and was distinctly separate from the surrounding terrain. NASA dismissed the anomaly as a cosmic ray or a camera glitch, but many researchers were not convinced. The light's structure, intensity, and location suggested something more deliberate, possibly an artificial source or even a craft taking off or landing. The striking resemblance of this light to UFO-related phenomena seen on Earth led many to question whether this was evidence of extraterrestrial activity on Mars. Another compelling piece of evidence emerged when a series of images taken by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter showed unusual flying objects casting shadows on the Martian surface. These objects appeared metallic, reflecting sunlight, and had distinct shapes that did not resemble any known natural formations. Some researchers noted that their structured forms, rounded edges, and geometric symmetry were eerily similar to the classic flying saucers described in Earth-based UFO encounters. If these objects were simply rocks or camera distortions, they would not display such consistency in shape and positioning across multiple images. The similarities between these Martian anomalies and reported UFOs on Earth raise profound questions. Why would objects on Mars resemble those seen in Earth's skies for decades? Some theorists suggest that Mars has long been an area of interest or even occupation by an advanced extraterrestrial race. If intelligent beings have been visiting Earth, it is possible that they have been observing or even interacting with Mars as well. Others propose that these UFOs may not be extraterrestrial at all, but instead part of a highly secretive space program involving advanced technology that is unknown to the general public. The presence of UFO-like objects on Mars suggests that either an unknown intelligence is monitoring the planet or that Mars may be a hub of activity for beings not from Earth. Some researchers believe that Mars may have once been a thriving world, possibly home to an ancient civilization. If this is true, then the presence of UFOs today could indicate that some form of life, whether remnants of that civilization or visitors from elsewhere, still remains active on or around Mars. Further evidence supporting the UFO theory comes from NASA images that appear to show objects hovering above the Martian surface. Unlike common debris or natural rock formations, these objects seem to be suspended in mid-air. In some cases, they leave behind faint trails, indicating movement or propulsion. Critics argue that these could be mere photographic artifacts or dust particles on the camera lens, but the consistent appearance of these anomalies in different locations and under varying conditions makes this explanation unlikely. One of the most chilling aspects of these sightings is that some UFOs appear to be structured, with metallic-looking surfaces and defined edges. Some researchers have even suggested that these craft might be monitoring NASA's rovers, observing human activity on Mars from a distance. If true, this would imply that an advanced intelligence is aware of our presence on Mars and is choosing to remain hidden, only occasionally allowing itself to be seen in fleeting glimpses. Another theory gaining traction is that Mars could be a testing ground for classified technology. Mars has long been a source of mystery and fascination, with numerous anomalies discovered on its surface that challenge conventional explanations. Among the many strange findings on the red planet, one of the most intriguing is a square-shaped formation captured by the Mars Global Surveyor's Mars Orbiter camera. This unusual structure, visible in an image available through Arizona State University's Mars Image Explorer, has sparked intense debate among researchers and enthusiasts alike. Many believe that this geometric formation, along with other peculiar structures on Mars, warrants further investigation, as it could potentially reveal artificial or unknown processes shaping the Martian landscape. The discovery of this square-shaped formation has raised profound questions about its origin. Unlike the natural, chaotic formations typically seen on Mars, this structure exhibits a level of symmetry and geometric precision that is rarely found in nature. Most natural geological processes, such as erosion and volcanic activity, tend to create irregular, unpredictable formations. However, the almost perfect angles and defined edges of this Martian square suggest that it may not be the product of ordinary geological forces. The notion that such a formation could exist naturally on Mars has been met with skepticism by those who believe that its unique shape indicates an artificial or intelligently designed origin. This discovery is not an isolated anomaly. Over the years, numerous unexplained structures have been identified on Mars, ranging from what appear to be pyramidal formations to objects resembling domes and fort-like enclosures. Some of these anomalies bear an uncanny resemblance to man-made structures on Earth, fueling speculation that Mars may have once harbored an advanced civilization, or, at the very least, been visited by extraterrestrial beings in the distant past. If this is the case, the square formation could represent the remnants of an ancient structure, now partially buried under Martian dust and sediment. One of the most compelling aspects of this formation is its location and scale. The image from the Mars Global Surveyor provides detailed measurements, suggesting that the square formation is significantly large, far beyond the scale of ordinary rock formations. Its distinct shape, when compared to the surrounding terrain, makes it stand out as an anomaly, further adding to the mystery of its existence. If it were merely a result of natural geological processes, one would expect to see other similarly shaped formations nearby, yet this is not the case. This discrepancy raises the question of whether Mars has undergone processes unknown to mainstream science, or if intelligent intervention played a role in shaping its surface. Supporters of the artificial structure hypothesis argue that the square formation could be a remnant of an ancient Martian civilization, similar to the ruins of ancient cities found on Earth. They suggest that if Mars once had conditions capable of supporting life, it is entirely plausible that an advanced society could have flourished there before some catastrophic event led to its demise. Given the evidence of past water activity and the possibility of an ancient atmosphere, this theory is not as far-fetched as it might seem. If Mars did indeed host intelligent life in the distant past, structures like the square formation could be key to understanding the history of the planet and the fate of its inhabitants. Another possibility that has been proposed is that the square formation may be linked to extraterrestrial visitors. Some researchers speculate that Mars may have been used as a base or an outpost by non-human intelligences at some point in history. The precision of the square shape and its distinct edges lend credibility to the idea that it may have been deliberately constructed rather than formed through random geological processes. If true, this would suggest that Mars has played a far more significant role in interstellar history than previously thought. NASA and other space agencies have largely remained silent on the implications of these formations, often dismissing them as natural rock formations or the result of imaging artifacts. However, this stance has not deterred independent researchers and analysts from continuing to investigate. With the increasing availability of high-resolution images from Mars rovers and orbiters, more anomalies are being identified, adding to the growing body of evidence that suggests Mars may not be the barren, lifeless world it is often portrayed to be. The presence of geometric formations on Mars raises profound questions about our understanding of planetary science and history. If the square formation is indeed artificial, it could revolutionize our understanding of Mars and the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence. It would suggest that humanity is not alone in the universe and that advanced beings may have left behind evidence of their existence on our neighboring planet. The implications of such a discovery would be staggering, challenging the foundations of science, history, and our place in the cosmos. Despite the skepticism from mainstream scientific circles, the demand for further study of these formations continues to grow. Many argue that future missions to Mars should prioritize the exploration of these anomalies, using advanced technology to determine whether they are truly artificial in nature. With human missions to Mars on the horizon, the opportunity to investigate these structures up close may soon become a reality. If we are to uncover the true nature of Mars, we must be open to the possibility that what we find there could change everything we thought we knew about the universe. The strange, square-shaped formation on Mars remains one of the most intriguing and unexplained discoveries in planetary exploration. Its geometric precision and distinct appearance challenge traditional explanations and fuel speculation about its possible artificial origins. Whether it is evidence of an ancient civilization, a remnant of extraterrestrial visitors, or a geological anomaly unlike any seen before, this formation demands further study. As humanity continues to explore the cosmos, we may one day uncover the truth about Mars and the mysterious structures that lie on its surface, revealing secrets that have been hidden for millennia. The exploration of Mars has uncovered numerous anomalies that continue to challenge our understanding of the planet's history. Another compelling discovery is a photograph taken by NASA's Curiosity rover, showing a large, layered, brick-like structure on the Martian surface. The image, which quickly sparked debate among researchers and the public, reveals an arrangement of stones that bear an uncanny resemblance to human-made construction techniques. This discovery has led many to suggest that Mars may have once been home to an advanced civilization, or, at the very least, that the planet's past is far more complex than mainstream science currently acknowledges. The photograph in question displays a formation composed of evenly layered slabs of rock, stacked in a manner that is strikingly similar to brickwork found in ancient and modern human architecture. Unlike typical natural formations, which tend to be irregular and chaotic, this structure exhibits a level of organization that suggests intentional design. The uniformity and precision of the layers raise important questions about whether this could be evidence of an artificial construct rather than a naturally occurring geological phenomenon. One of the most significant aspects of this discovery is how closely the structure resembles known construction methods on Earth. In many ancient civilizations, including those of Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Americas, brick-like stones were used to build walls, roads, and fortifications. The Martian structure appears to follow a similar pattern, with neatly stacked layers that seem too methodical to be a product of random geological forces. If this formation were found on Earth, it would almost certainly be classified as a remnant of an ancient settlement. The fact that it exists on Mars raises profound implications about the possibility of past intelligent life on the planet. This is not the first time strange formations have been discovered on Mars. Over the years, NASA's rovers and orbiters have captured images of what appear to be pyramidal structures, domes, and even what some have interpreted as carved statues or entrances to underground tunnels. Each new discovery adds to the growing body of evidence suggesting that Mars may have once supported a civilization that left behind architectural remnants, now partially buried or eroded over time. The brick-like structure in the Curiosity rover's photograph stands out as one of the most compelling pieces of evidence yet, as it is unmistakably similar to construction techniques familiar to human engineers. Supporters of the ancient civilization theory argue that Mars once had conditions suitable for life, including vast oceans, a thicker atmosphere, and a more hospitable climate. Over time, some catastrophic event, possibly a nuclear war, an asteroid impact, or dramatic climate change, could have wiped out an advanced society, leaving only scattered ruins behind. If such a civilization once thrived on Mars, the layered structure seen in the Curiosity photograph could be one of the last remaining testaments to its existence. NASA has largely dismissed these claims, attributing the formation to natural erosion and geological processes. According to mainstream scientists, wind, water, and volcanic activity could have created these layered formations over millions of years. However, critics argue that such an explanation does not adequately account for the structure's striking similarity to human-made buildings. They point out that while erosion can create unusual shapes, it rarely results in the type of uniform, rectangular layering seen in the Mars photograph. One of the most intriguing aspects of this discovery is the potential for further investigation. With advanced rovers currently exploring Mars and future human missions on the horizon, the opportunity to study these anomalies up close is becoming increasingly viable. If a mission were to directly analyze the composition and arrangement of the layered structure, it could provide crucial insights into whether it was shaped by natural forces or intelligent design. A closer examination could reveal signs of artificial materials, patterns of wear consistent with construction, or even hidden chambers beneath the surface. The implications of finding an ancient structure on Mars would be profound. If it were proven that intelligent beings once inhabited the planet, it would revolutionize our understanding of history, not just on Mars, but within the broader context of life in the universe. It would raise fundamental questions about the origin of life, the potential for interplanetary civilizations, and whether Mars was once connected to Earth in ways we have yet to discover. Such a revelation would challenge conventional scientific models and force humanity to rethink its place in the cosmos. Despite NASA's reluctance to entertain the idea of past civilizations on Mars, interest in these anomalies continues to grow. Independent researchers and analysts continue to study the available images, searching for additional clues that might confirm the presence of artificial structures. The debate over Mars's past is far from over, and as more data becomes available, the possibility of an ancient Martian civilization remains an open question. In the vast expanse of space, the Moon has always captivated the human imagination. Among the many lunar mysteries, the discovery of a peculiar tower on the far side of the Moon by a Soviet spacecraft stands out. In July 1965, the Soviet spacecraft Zond 3 embarked on a historic journey, becoming the first mission to capture images of the far side of the Moon. Zond 3 successfully transmitted photographs, revealing previously unseen terrain on the lunar surface. However, among the images, one stood out, an intriguing tower-like structure perched on the Moon's far side. The tower discovered by Zond 3 remains a topic of speculation and debate. The photographs captured a large tower-like formation rising from the lunar surface. Its distinctive shape and apparent structure have ignited curiosity and inspired countless theories about its origins and purpose. The enigmatic tower on the far side of the Moon has generated various theories and speculations. Zond 3 was meant to reach Mars, and photographing the far side of the Moon was a secondary objective for the spacecraft. Scientists equipped the Zond 3 with extremely useful technologies, equipping the spacecraft with 2 cameras, infrared and ultraviolet spectrometers, a magnetometer, a cosmic ray detector, a solar particle detector, and a meteoroid detector. Zond 3 made its way to the Moon 33 hours after being launched on July 18, 1965. Just as it passed the far side of the Moon, its cameras started exploring the far side of Earth's satellite, focusing on the 30% that its predecessor, Luna 3, had missed, taking one picture every 2 minutes and 15 seconds for a total period of 1 hour and 8 minutes. After a period of 9 days from taking the images, Zond 3 transmitted these images back to the Soviet operators on Earth. These images were the first of their kind, and helped scientists discover several geological formations present on the far side of the Moon. However, one of these images particularly intrigued the researchers and those interested in the unknown. On the far side of the Moon, a puzzling tower-like structure is visible in one of the images taken. The structure stands out as there is no other similar formation in its vicinity. The image is believed by researchers to be compelling proof for their theory of possible advanced structures on Earth's moon. As of right now, very little information has been released about the structure. Interestingly enough, this isn't the first time that mysterious monoliths have been found throughout our solar system, and it's for this reason that researchers have suggested that they could be evidence of advanced life. Some propose natural explanations, suggesting that the formation may be a result of geological processes or impact crater remnants. Despite the intrigue, many scientists approach the tower with skepticism. They argue that the tower-like appearance may be an illusion caused by lighting conditions, shadows, or pixelation in the Zond 3 images. They emphasize the need for further exploration and comprehensive data to provide a clearer understanding of the lunar terrain. The discovery of the tower on the far side of the Moon has fueled the ongoing quest for knowledge about our celestial neighbor.